Hello there, people. My name is Shamika, coming to share with you a story of my latest attack from the spiritual realm of attacking my jobs financially. This is several times now in the last year. Just me trying to do the right thing. So, let me pull that piece of hair back. But I was working at a grocery store as a second job. It didn't last long. Me and the other, I hate the word minorities, African Americans were working there. And I started seeing those people like not work there that long, getting a little bit concerned, like what happened to this person? What happened to that person? And I just thought it's because they didn't come to work. But the owners hired me. They seemed excited at first, and I had been trying to work at the same grocery store. It's a backstory about how I had lost a job earlier this year. Had a dream about my mom taking me on down near that store on some magical boots, so I thought that's where I was supposed to go next. So I tried it 2 times prior when they first opened last year and earlier this year. It was under different like management or ownership. I could tell they were weird, so I didn't get hired either time. The third time I was desperate. I was trying other jobs, a past job of mine, and I felt led by God to try that job. So I tried that job, and the owners were there, and they first said they only needed help in the deli, excuse that noise, in the deli and in the meat department. So I'm like, oh no, because when I asked them, and they was like, well, can you work every weekend as a cashier? I'm like, yeah, I can. So I think this is part of the reason I got let go too, because I took like 2 weekend days off just for having a break in between jobs. But that's just what I think. So I start there. It seems cool. Everybody seemed cool. But that was like the first week, and then I don't know if it was the second or third week. The managers start telling me like, "Hey, I need to count my drawers." So I'm like, "Okay." And I was like, yeah, I usually do that anyway. I don't know why I don't count my drawer. I need to know what's in my drawer. I'm thinking it's already pre-counted, so I'm not really tripping because they have a receipt paper in there. Now, I look at the receipt paper when I'm counting it the first couple times. It doesn't even match. Like, what is this? This is how you know it's a psychological game. The receipt paper doesn't even match on what, like, how it says, like, .55 and different numbers, and you're trying to match it up with, like, the nickels, the dimes. Well, none of that matched. And I was like, well, how come this doesn't match? And they're like, oh, just disregard that. It should be similar. So the first time I counted it, it was short, like $1 or so. And she verified it was short too after counting it. Okay, cool. They put the money in there or made a note. I don't know. I don't know if it was over or short. Now I think it was short though, because one time it was short and one time it might have been over some. So I'm not thinking much about it. They just told me to start counting my drawers, so I do. Probably the second or third time I start counting, the managers, before I could even count the drawer, it's trying to rush me, talking about, you need to hurry up. We have a long line. And I came in like a few minutes early or whatever, and I'm like, if somebody was standing by the time clock where I couldn't clock in, I'm like, okay, I haven't even started counting yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't even started to do that yet. So then, I'm counting and she's yelling. I don't know if this is the same time or another time while I'm trying to count my drawer. They don't have a calculator, so I had to use my phone calculator, which keeps turning black. And at one point, my battery was low, so I'm like, And then she tried to act like I couldn't, like she counted something different. I'm like, whatever. But you're interrupting me while I'm trying to count. So I'm thinking, like, can you please not interrupt me? I said that nicely. And that last weekend, the manager that's when she had an attitude talking about, I need to hurry up and count my drawer. And had an attitude. I'm like, well, I haven't even got in yet, so can you please not try to rush me? Well, I'm just saying, she had an attitude problem for no reason, so she's trying to bait me to have an attitude, which I just was stern, like, okay, I don't need, to be rushed or, feel like I'm being, I feel like that's like targeting me a little bit. I don't know if I said that. I just said I don't need to be rushed. I haven't got my drawer. And it seems like you have a slight, like, issue or attitude with me. I said that like maybe a little later when she kept on. So I counted my drawer that day, and then she started arguing with another new woman who's around my age, who's Mexican. And were arguing, and she said something about her giving her the wrong codes on the vegetables, which I know because sometimes she was doing that to me. And the lady said that the manager said, well, it doesn't matter, I'm the manager, so you got to do what I say, or something to that degree. And then they was getting into it in front of the customers, and then the lady told her that she can go home. So the lady's like, no, I'm not going home, you're not the manager. And she's like, I am the manager, I am the manager. And I was trying to calm both of them down. So I guess that's why the lady that I was trying to calm down said wait till after the customers did the same thing and mocked me when 2 days ago on Friday, when I came in after my second job and seeing about my car. And I was kind of rushing because I was doing a lot of stuff, and I worked multiple jobs and I had to see about something. And I come in on my car, so I come in, I'm not late though. And I asked, is the drawer already in there? I'm trying to hurry up and count. So as I'm trying to hurry up and count, the manager, but she had said this the prior time I worked, that I'm not supposed to take the drawer out. Now, I had counted my drawer up at customer service with it out. So, but I guess because something happened in the store where people were taking things recently, and coworkers went out there to follow, or at least one lady went out there to follow the person, and the person hit her in the jaw. She still tried to take a picture, which she wasn't let go for that. That's totally crazy that I know of. So this just allowed all kind of ghetto stuff going on there. But they're mad because I try to operate with integrity. So, which is what God was saying. Not that I think I'm better than anybody, but I'm trying to just hurry up and count my drawer. This lady's coming, bringing me my check, talking to me, and then saying don't take the drawer out because I just put the drawer in front of me and sit on the side like last time she had a problem with it. I said, oh, I thought we could take it out, but in front of us, just not on the side because somebody will take it. No. Takes my drawer. I'm like, huh? So I'm just going to take your drawer. It wasn't even about 2 minutes, y'all. And my calculator does go black, and my phone turns black if I don't hurry up and put another number in there. But I was still counting, and I barely even got started. So she took my drawer, took it to another register, saying I'm not going to be able to count my drawer. I'm like, what is she talking about? Like, trying to provoke me, right? So I went over there like, well, I'm going to need to count my drawer because you're the one who told me to start counting it, and I need to know what's in there, especially since it was out. Oh, no. You're in the future, you're not going to be able to count your drawer. And she kept saying, in the future. This is how I know it was a game, and they planned on getting rid of me. It's not just her. The owners are behind it, and other things too, which I'm going to share this shorter version of the story on TikTok or whatever, Instagram, whatever. Let people know. I ain't got to say the store name. I could just say the shopping location. About where it's at. Red Bridge, Kansas City, Missouri. So that, it's a new store too, but it's a new ownership. So the owner came to me like last weekend when they had some kind of block party thing with food trucks and things going on outside. He's like, are you passing these out? And I was already passing them out, put it in the bag. And we didn't have many cashiers. It was me, maybe 2 other people. One person wasn't even supposed to be ringing. And I'm like, yes, I am. He's like, at the end of the shift, he asked me to make sure I hand out the rest that was left. Not asking the other cashier, fella, or the one helping out. So I didn't say that. I said, okay. And I did. It's some kind of humiliation or punk you thing they're trying to do there. And it's very weird. So, I did. I didn't say nothing. And I came in Friday after the next time I worked. And the lady's like trying to talk to me while I'm trying to count my drawer, taking my drawer. And I'm telling her, like, it's like a little short. Because I'm still counting while she's talking. Even though I was a little distracted. Normally I can count good because I worked at 2 banks. But I'm like, and another prior grocery store. So I'm counting. It seems like it's like $1 something short. So the second time I count, because she was trying to make it where I couldn't count my drawer after all that. And I said, I'm going to need to be able to count my drawer. Can you please not interrupt me? And she kept calling me obnoxious, saying, you people, anything to try to set me off that did not work. Now, yes, I sounded stern, like, hey, you need to quit trying to harass me in front of the customers or be unprofessional. You're making it take longer by taking my drawer when I was in the middle of counting. The next time I need to count it. And I was about to walk away till she called me obnoxious and said, you people. So she was like, you people don't know how to act. You're acting obnoxious. Which told me she was probably racist, more than likely. And this was a Mexican lady. They have a lot of Mexican people that work up there. And there was other African Americans. It was another woman about 10 years younger than me, about 33, and a young gentleman that was working there. Now I don't know if they was messing with his schedule, but he would have conflicts with his schedule. And this is only in a few weeks I worked there. He was let go. He stopped coming in. The lady that was nice to me, that was 10 years younger, real cool, she stopped coming in. And I'm like, they said somebody passed into her family, but then they had her on the schedule like 1 or 2 times after that. She didn't come in. So I'm like, another new African American lady who's supposed to start never started. I'm like, And then even after I don't work there and they try to fire me, recently I saw that the African American guy in the deli wasn't there. And they hired an African American cashier, Mel. And I don't know if he's still there because he wasn't there this weekend. I'm like, what's going on? Are they like hiring us to hurry up and run us off? And I kind of said that after I was pissed because I'm the one who reported the manager harassing me. They said they were going to look into it. They tried to turn it around on me to say I was arguing with the manager. No, I was being stern saying, hey, I need to be able to count my drawer without being interrupted while I'm being called names. Okay, and mind you, this had happened the week prior, even to the Mexican woman that was shorter than me, but allegedly she told me that people called. She must have got, I don't know if it's true. The woman's like, I think somebody called the store because she got in trouble. So, she didn't get in trouble when she was going back and forth and saying she was dang near cussing at the woman. And I'm in trouble because I try to handle it with integrity and be stern to make it seem like I was going back and forth with her when the manager should have never been talking to me crazy, laughing, saying I'm obnoxious. But she felt comfortable doing this because I feel like they put her up to it. And it's just and it really makes me think, I'm not a racist person at all, but are we the chosen race? Because why? And this is not just this job. I've been through a lot of harassment in even the last year in job loss and stuff. So it's just crazy. It makes no sense. I had just got there and it was an easy job. I was showing up, so I wasn't even trying to have no problems, but they didn't even try to hear my side of the story. They tried to say that they saw on the camera I was talking to her, like I was going back and forth with her. I said, yeah, because she kept on saying crazy things when I was trying to walk away. And I told her I'm still going to need to be able to count my drawer. And she kept laughing, going back and forth, talking about I'm obnoxious, acting like she was counting, but wasn't counting, and then took my drawer to the back. So, and then when she came, I didn't even get to say when she came back out, because I already know there's no point in saying it because I know they're involved, that there were nickels in my quarters and it was all mixed up. And I still counted it, and it was $1.30 cents more, whatever the amount should have been, maybe even a little more, actually, than the $200 that should be in your drawer. Because I was supposed to be so upset I can't count it. But the person was trying to be very nice, all in my business, and find out about me saying I'm a nice person. Oh my God, you have a good spirit, to attack me, to lie on me, and say I'm always coming in there complaining. So I asked another individual, the new lady, I said, am I ever always complaining to you? I said, even if I talk about my personal life and make little complaints about that, don't I come in here with a good attitude and it's not a complaint all day? She's like, yep. So just being lied on because you're mad because I handle myself with integrity as an African American woman, that pisses you off. And these people are just bullying. She's going to do that to the wrong person and they're going to be good. See, I don't care because I got God. And he will provide, even though I lost that job and I felt like it was led by God for me to get it, whatever. It's just a job. This world is crazy. These job markets are getting crazy, corporations. So I hope you can relate to this video. I'm not sure what to do next to make money because I had to do multiple hustles because I had a lot of job loss and trying to catch up on debts and other things. So I will share more of my targeting experiences if you like this video. And I would like to hear the stuff you've been through as well. But I'm trying to keep my head up because it is rough. It's like, dang, I can't get up a little bit. I was only there a few weeks. Tried to buy myself a little laptop for my birthday and everything. I took that back because it's just crazy though. But God is good. He will provide. I hope one day this ends. I've been going through this for 20-something years of job loss and harassment. Not as frequent as this last year, but it was becoming more frequent the last few years. So I don't know what's going on. I feel like it's an agenda. Same agenda as me just being casually out and about, and men with criminal backgrounds coming to me. It's like 8 in a row, more than half I never talked to and try to get to know. So it just seems like there's an agenda. But keep your head up, because God is good and he will provide. And I hope you like this video. I'm going to keep my head up and keep looking for, I guess, another replacement job. And I know I will find one, and hopefully I'll get treated right one day. Amen.